I'm only 25 years old, so there's a lot of things in my life that are really, really new for me right now. And I'm pretty sure that I'm probably the youngest, or the newest teacher in this room, only 1 year. So tonight I thought I'm going to be sort of a self-personification of this and take you back to all those things you wish you would have forgotten about being a new teacher. I'm also very new in Japan, 4 months. So I had some pretty high expectations when I came here. I'm a vegetarian, and I thought coming to Japan, which is the land of tofu, was going to be so easy for me. Well, it turns out in Japan they have this thing that they serve called tofu, which is tofu which is served with a heaping pile of fish flakes on top, swimming in a pool of fish soup, and probably has some bacon thrown in there somewhere in the middle, I don't know. But I was thinking about it, and it's not so different than when you're a new teacher, and you feel kind of stupid sometimes because you have these really high expectations about what it's going to be like. And you know, I thought students, they've been studying since elementary school, so they're going to know a lot, and their major is English, so they're going to be really motivated to study hard. I also had really high expectations about myself. I was going to come in and I was going to be a superwoman, and I was going to be able to do it all, and together with my students we were going to be able to learn a lot. And I had really high expectations, especially in terms of what we were going to be able to do over the course of a semester. So this is a reflection of my first syllabus for my reading and writing class, which, as you can see, 14 weeks is a little bit intense, right? And so it's not that easy. So what I found that I needed to do was simplify it to something like this, which I realized it's not to aim low, it's about scaling back what you can do. And it's not about giving up on the possibilities of the other things that you can do in your class, but to be more realistic about it. And I guess it's not that you're supposed to leave room for growth rather than try to force it through over ambition. So have I learned my lesson? No, not completely. Though I say that I've learned this, I still find myself being unable to do it yet. So I'm currently looking at my syllabus for next semester thinking, this is going to be way too hard for them. Oh, and this is a sure sign of a new teacher, right? It just takes us so much time to plan our lessons. I swear there must be some circadian clock ticking telling us that we must spend at least 12 hours every day on our lessons. And it's just not like that. And I have to ask myself why when I'm at work every day, and through the tin-thin walls I hear endless streams of YouTube videos and BBC News podcasts emanating from one Matt Smith's office, and I get really jealous. So this is the problem that I'm trying to solve, which is X, which is what the students need, times Y, which is what the students already know, times Z, which is what the students can do. And then I also have to think about A and B, which are the materials and the activities that I have to do. And then the B, which is the time that it takes to make these activities and or organize them. And so right now, this equation is really unbalanced, and it's far greater than T, which is the amount of time that I have, and F, which is my sanity. So please, I don't know if you have any solution or idea on how to solve this problem, I'll tell me, or I'm going to lose my F insanity. And so the hardest thing about this is about knowing when I can say, okay, I can stop, that's enough. And it's not about not being thorough in your planning, but the ability to recognize when you have been thorough, which is the hard part. Okay, materials, think about it. How many books do you have at home or in your office that you use? And how many bookmarks do you have saved on your browser? Well, remember that as new teachers, that's all practically non-existent for us. And we don't even know where to begin to look sometimes. So have you recently needed to Google Past Perfect tense? Because I did, because I had to teach it and the activity in my book was too difficult for my students. And there are 116 million results. And new teachers just need time to find things and sort things. And so what do I do? Well, I go to the people who do know, and I knock endlessly on the doors of more experienced teachers. And I say, oh my God, I have to teach students need context clues, but my book doesn't really have anything. Do you have any ideas? Because I can't think of anything. And then immediately they start pulling off like 5 different books off the shelf. And they rattle off about 8 other ideas that I didn't even dream of thinking of. And I stand there with my jaw dropped and just think, oh God, I want to be like you someday. Please let it be so. And so, if there are any other new teachers out here, I think this kind of stresses the importance of meeting and associating with more experienced teachers, because they've been through this and they know it all, and they're going to be able to help you speed up this process immensely. And for those of you who have done this for a while and are really experienced, I just want you to remember what it was like to be a new teacher, how overwhelming it can be sometimes, and to recognize that new teachers are students too.